Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a pick a card reading for the spring equinox. We're going to look into the cards and see what energy is coming in for you because it is a new year, you guys. This in the olden days, way back when, before this calendar we have with New Year starting in January, the old New Year really used to be around the spring equinox with the return of the sun, with all of the plants growing and all the animals being born and just all of the new energy coming in. So you might be feeling almost like there's a new year happening. You might be starting to feel the warmth of the sun. You might be starting to feel this fresh new energy all around you. And I did a pick a card reading about what will spring bring you a couple weeks ago, but I want to see specifically what the energy of the spring equinox is bringing into your life. So go ahead and choose a number or choose a stack of cards to get your message. Number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4. If you choose number 1, head to the comments below where my lovely subscribers always post the timestamps for me because of my annoying and frustrating dyslexia, which causes me to mix up the numbers. I really appreciate that, guys. Thanks again. And if you choose any of the other numbers, then I'll see you in a second. If you choose number 1, let's get started. So number 1. So the spring equinox, the energy that's surrounding this spring equinox for you. This is really interesting that we see the Devil card here. I feel like this is a situation in your life that you feel like you just can't resolve. It feels like an oppressive force that could be coming from inside some of you, or a situation that you can't control. So for some of you guys, I feel like this Devil card represents time. Feeling like time isn't passing fast enough, or you're not where you want to be. Feeling like you want everything to speed up, or you want to rush to get to this certain place, to arrive at this mountaintop in your life. I feel like this energy of the spring equinox is helping you to realize that it's not always about the destination. That destinations are fleeting, but the journey is the longest part of your life. If you think about the wheel of the year, or the wheel of life and the cycle of life, with death being down here and rebirth being up here, what is all this time in between? What is all this time in between? Right here you've got rebirth and death. What is all this time in between? Well, this time in between is the process, is the journey. This is a destination and this is a destination. Most of our life is spent on the journey. So learning how to master transitional periods, learning how to master the journey and not obsessing so much about the destination is what's really going to help you here. I feel like that's something that you've learned. You learned during the winter. And this is what's coming up for you now. You've gotten your strength. You've gotten your strength. And seeing this like little ram or goat here kind of reminds me of something I was watching last night. I love watching that show Planet Earth. I love it. And learning about all the different climates and the animals. And I was watching this one about mountains, and it was crazy seeing how like the mountain goats would just hang on this cliff, and they would just climb up it so sure-footed, and it looked so terrifying. I'm like, what if they slip or fall? Well, I've watched one of them like on this show actually slip and fall, and it just like kind of relaxed and caught itself. And so you've learned how to do that. You've learned how to fall and how to pick yourself up. You've learned how to have strength. You've learned to not be afraid of these new heights that you're climbing to in your life. And you've learned so much. And so now this energy of cups is coming to you. The 9 of Cups. This is talking about your wishes coming true, manifestations coming through, not worrying so much and not being so afraid. Because to be honest, with this Devil card, you went through so much shit that at this point you're just like, bring it on, universe. Like, nothing's gonna happen that I haven't already been through. I've mastered it all. Maybe not all, but you've mastered quite a lot at this point. And it's almost like this feeling of like you hit rock bottom and now there's nowhere else to go but up. And you've climbed yourself out of that hole before. And I see you changing patterns, changing your habits, and like you've really worked hard to get here. And this card is really about wishes coming true, manifesting new opportunities. And this symbol here of the new moon, it's like everything is new. You're starting over. It's a rebirth. It's a refresh with this spring equinox energy. This is the Daughter of Swords, and it is really interesting because I feel like this is kind of the personality of you, or kind of where your energy is at right now. With the Daughter of Swords, we're seeing somebody who is very honest and very insightful and really relies on their intuition to go far in their life. Also, the Daughter of Swords doesn't like let anyone F with them. Like, they have this sword here and they can cut cords if someone is effing with them or just like not in alignment with them. It's like somebody who has let go of toxic relationships and is only surrounding themselves with love and light. Somebody who like understands human nature and isn't like super picky or judgmental when it comes to friends or friendships or anything. It's just somebody who doesn't deal with very toxic individuals. Somebody who has good boundaries. It's like you have learned a lot from observing so far in your life. You're always watching, you always are kind of on the lookout, and you notice like all the little details. You have an eye for detail. And so I feel like you've let go of judgment in your life. You're not judging people, you're not judging yourself, you're open to new experiences, especially with this spring equinox energy. And the Hierophant here is saying that this spring, your key forward, the key to your success and to your growth and to feeling happier, is going to come through connection with other people. Opening yourself up to new connections, trusting in your boundaries, trusting in yourself that you know the right kind of people you can let in your life and that you can protect yourself with healthy boundaries. And this is being open to social gatherings, to making new friends, to seeking out group activities or trainings or something like that, and allowing that to help change you. Allowing yourself to be changed through new relationships. So I hope that resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I'll see you later. Peace out. So for those of you who choose number 2, spring equinox, what is it bringing in your life? Oh my goodness, I am so shocked by seeing this twin flame card here, and then the sun and ace of cups. So it seems like a lot of you guys who chose this one are going to be manifesting either a deepening of a connection in your relationship. If you're in a relationship right now and you're feeling good vibes there, you feel that soul connection with them, like this relationship is going to get stronger. This relationship is going to solidify. Maybe you guys will take it to the next level in some way. If you're single, it's very possible you'll meet somebody new in love. For some of you guys, it could be twin flame or just a soulmate. Remember, this is just a label at the end of the day. Everything's just labels. But, you know, a strong connection, a commitment in a relationship, alignment with someone that you really feel truly connected with. And so that's very possible for a lot of you guys who chose this. And of course, we know what the Sun is. If you're into tarot, this is like a very popular card in the tarot. The Sun is a card that everyone wants to get. It's like the yes card. It's the card that like everything's happy, everything's bright. There's celebration, there's joy, there's, you know, there's peace. We see these doves here. There's peace. And so I feel like this card is like a promise to you that with the return of the Sun, with the spring equinox, like you're very in sync with the energy right now. And you, as the Sun returns, so will light and happiness and joy to your life. And the Ace of Cups is pretty cool. This is you're getting some really good cards. That's why I was like freaked out when I first turned these over. The Ace of Cups is talking about exciting new phases in your life. It definitely deals with love and emotions. And so seeing this next to the Twin Flame card is making me think that there will be some bliss experienced in a love relationship. A time of joy, like a new love that could be on a horizon, or the reawakening of new love in your existing relationship. It's like you're making a whole new start. This is saying, just go with it. Just go with the flow. Allow your cup to be filled. I think spring is going to be really fun and really enjoyable. You've really turned a new page, and you might not be feeling this energy yet, because the spring equinox just happened and we're like still in the middle of Mercury retrograde, but trust me, this new energy is coming in for you. Everything is looking sunny and bright for you. So I hope that resonates. Thanks for coming to my channel, and I'll see you later. Peace out. So for those of you guys who choose number 3, spring equinox, what will that energy bring you? Truth. I feel like this truth card has to do with like what you've been through over the past couple months in like the winter energy. I feel like you were spending time going within, and there were a lot of circumstances that happened that seemed out of your control, but they, oh, sorry, I dropped my charger. But I feel like it caused you to realize what it was that you actually wanted. Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever had something happen in your life that just seemed like this catastrophe, but on the other side of it, you came out realizing like what you really do want to move forward? For instance, I guess I'll use something from my life. I tried to go to college so many times, and there were always these circumstances that seemed like almost out of my control that kept causing me to have trouble in college and dropping out. And eventually I got to this point where I got diagnosed with dyslexia and ADHD, and I was able to get special help at school for it. And it was amazing in college, and I was getting straight A's and doing super well. And then I ended up having this professor that was just kind of crazy, and like this whole drama thing happened, and he ended up getting arrested for doing some crazy things to another student. And I dropped out like 2 weeks before that because I was just feeling bad vibes, and it was one of the only classes I was taking that semester. And then I found out that he was kind of a bad guy, and I was just like, what the heck, why does this always happen to me? Every time I get on this good track in school, something like that happens. It seems out of my control. And eventually I dropped out of college, and right after that was when I realized what my truth was, that I didn't want to participate in that system, that it wasn't for me, that I was more artistic. And that's when I found my power. That's when I was able to see this new horizon and come up with an idea to start a couple different businesses and become an entrepreneur and create the success that I have around me today. And so what's your story? Was there some kind of thing that, by the way, college is amazing. I have so many amazing clients and friends that have been to school and have been doing well with it. You know, if you're a surgeon, you're a doctor, please go to school. I don't want you operating on me without that degree. It's just everyone's on their own path. Disclaimer. All right, you guys, disclaimer. I stand for those of you guys who went to college. Just wasn't for me. But maybe you had a similar situation like that with school, or maybe it was something else. Like maybe there was some kind of catastrophe or something that happened over the past couple of months that seemed out of your control, and you eventually had to surrender and make a different choice, or just kind of react to that situation, respond to it as best as you could. But maybe on the other side now, you found your truth. the situation and how you reacted to it, the choices that you made revealed your truth to you. So you found this truth now. And with this spring equinox energy, you're realizing that you have been supported by others. There's people who've come to support you. Maybe it was your family or friends or something. And you've had the help and the support from these people. And you've formed your sense of self. You found your morals. But this is saying now with the spring equinox energy, you're realizing it's time to break away from that support. Not like you can't let these people be in your life and have connection, but more like if you're receiving financial support from them, or if there's too much input these people have in your life, you're thinking more like, I kind of want to break off, I want to do my own thing, and I want to go my own way in life, you know, regardless if I have the blessing of anybody or if they're helping me or whatever. This card I get sometimes for people who are like living with their parents and are really thinking, I want to move out on my own, or people who are about to graduate from college and realizing, okay, I don't have this institution to help me anymore. I've got to go out in the world and create something for myself. Or maybe you're realizing, I don't want to continue to take the support of this job. I want to create a business or merge into that situation where I create my own business. Or maybe there's someone in your life who just has a lot of input and you're realizing, I don't think I'm going to share as much. I think I'm just going to do and like let my actions speak louder than words. So that's kind of the vibe of this card, is saying it's time for you to clarify your goals. Now that the spring equinox is here, the energy is going to help you do that. And you're going to be able to cast other people's opinions aside, and you can create whatever you want now. And this Sun of Cups energy represents your vibe right now, or like your personality right now. So with the Sun of Cups, it doesn't matter if you're female or male or you're they or whatever. The cups, the sun energy is just talking about like a masculine dynamic energy that's like more outward and moving forward. So the Sun of Cups is somebody who really excels in the arts. This might be, you know, you might be a musician, or you might be some type of visual artist. And this is saying like, this is a field you will find success in. Maybe you've already found some success, but there's this full cup here saying like, you're gonna find your success, probably in music or the visual arts or something very artistic. And you have this natural tendency to kind of look inside of you and to be kind of really expressive. And this charms people, this attracts people to you. This is like your natural tendency. Some people might kind of think of you as a little like mysterious or kind of secretive, but deep inside, like you're a very intense person. And so this is saying that you might be on a non-traditional path, and maybe that's the truth that you're finding. It's like you're realizing more like how you are an artist, and maybe that's how you're going to be making your abundance here. So I think spring is going to be a good time to explore that, and definitely for you to really focus on your artistic side. So I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I'll see you later. Peace out. So for those of you guys who choose number 4, let's look into this spring equinox energy and see what it's bringing in your life. So this is the air card. And for me, I always think of this card as like the winds of change. I don't know if you've ever lived in a city, but sometimes in the city it gets like really smoggy and you can't really see anything besides just the cloudy smog, and it's just kind of awful. And sometimes one day, every once in a while, there will be a really windy day. You go outside, the energy feels kind of intense and your hair is blowing around and everything's just kind of flowing in the wind, and it just has this intensity to the feeling. And you know the next day when you wake up that you're going to be able to see the sky. It's going to be blue. If there's mountains off in the distance, or you'll be able to see that, like everything will become clear. And I kind of feel like that, the wind of change type of energy around you, like that visual of being able to finally see all the debris and all the smog being blown away, like the air around you being cleaned, your energy and your aura being cleaned. I just feel like that's something that's happened to you and is happening to you as you enter into this spring equinox energy. And I love this card. Everybody loves the 10 of Cups. This is the energy that you're going to be experiencing in the spring, is basically your cup being filled. This is a card of abundance. So there is some type of return on like an investment. Because I mean, you see all these cups here and all this energy coming out in every area of your life. So root chakra is your stability, is your finances, is your feeling like you know what you're doing and where you're going, and like you know what you have to offer, and feeling healed from the past. Like that energy is feeling great. Your sacral chakra is relationships. You're in healthy relationships. You might be attracting a love partner or a new friendship. This yellow here, the sacral or the solar plexus chakra is all about your personal power and feeling like you can take action and you can create the reality that you want. You've got your heart open. This is the green, the heart chakra. Your heart is open to give and receive. And also we've got this blue here, which is your third eye also, but I also see it as your throat chakra, like being able to speak the truth, being able to communicate effectively, and being able to envision the things you want. So you're in alignment. That's what this is saying, is spring is going to bring alignment for you. There's going to be a really exciting energy around you because you're going to be manifesting like crazy, and this energy is going to make you really magnetic to people. So there's lots of new people coming in your life, lots of new energy, and yeah, your manifestations are coming in. You're feeling really joyful. You're feeling more powerful in your life, and it's beautiful. And we also see justice being served for you. You might have to make a choice over the next couple of months between two different options. For some of you guys, this could be a choice in love, a choice between should I stay or should I go, the choice between security or risk, a choice between something new or something old. It could be in any area of your life, really. The choice between, for a lot of people, it's should I stay or should I go with moving or relationship or something like that. So, but justice will be served. You'll make the right choice. And with this bright energy around you, you'll feel free to make choices that you've been putting off for a long time. Because sometimes if you're feeling kind of stuck and there isn't that energy around you, you want to feel safe, you want to feel comfortable. You don't want to create change. So when you're manifesting, there's abundance coming in, there's newness coming in your life, and your heart is opening, it's easier to make these choices you've been putting off. And so spring the equinox is bringing in an energy that's going to help you make decisions that are in alignment for you, and a lot of change is coming in. You can see clearly now. So I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I'll see you later. Peace out.